Hello friends and fellow gamers, it's MKxJUMP here, and this week on Idle Heroes we have Shelter Mission and impsadventure. So in today's video we're going to be checking out this week's event and also taking a little look at what's in store for us next week. As well guys, I'd love to give a big shout out to some new individuals who've decided to back me on Patreon this week. So shout outs go to Torbjorn Lindquist, to Josh P, and also to Aaron Florida. If you guys want to be like those folks and help keep the lights on here at MKxJUMP, why not consider backing me on Patreon using the link above or down below in the description. Anyway guys, let's go check out this week's event for Idle Heroes. Because this week the event is impsadventure, every day for logging in we'll get our hands on the usual 4 dice and 150 gems. So that's going to be very useful to help you complete the impsadventure event, and also you can spend gems to get dice, which of course will help you complete it even more. And potentially, if you're lucky, you shouldn't need to spend anything to get the 5-star hero selection chest, which we'll take a look at a little later on. Looking at this week's main events, Idler's Sweet House carries over from last week, only for today, so be sure to cash in your puddings that you managed to save up. I got very lucky actually, I got 2,500, which is more than normal. 2,400 is usually around the benchmark of where you should expect to get. Some people get 2,300, but it looks like I high rolled and got 2,500. So what am I going to spend this on? Well, I could be tempted to pick up a 5-star selection chest by swapping in some universal crystals, but I'd much rather save them for when I can afford the mysterious artifact selection chest, because let's be honest, this is much better. Artifacts are forever, heroes are only temporary, metas change, but artifacts are always going to be good, so it's much better to pick up the artifact selection chest. So if you can't flip your universal crystals and you feel like you've already got a lot, it might be worth just waiting back and not cashing them in. Instead then, I'm going to go pick up as many Prophet Orbs as I can, which is going to be 8, and that leaves me with 100 more to pick up some Heroic Summon Scrolls. You could also choose to spend all your puddings on Heroic Summon Scrolls if you were aiming to do more Heroic Summon events in the future, but I prefer Prophet Orbs because it provides me with more food. But of course, there's nothing wrong with going for scrolls. The value packages for this week are the usual ones we get for an impsadventure event. They give you dice and gems. Depending on how much you're willing to spend, you'll get a different amount. But funnily enough, one thing people find with impsadventure is they're only short of a few dice. So most people find themselves buying this bottom package here for 500 gems and 4 dice just to finish off the event and get to the milestone you were hoping for. However, it looks like this week's adventure package is a phenomenally much better value for money, whatever you want to say, version of this. It's insane. You can buy up to 3 of them, and it only costs $5, and it gives 1,000 gems, 3 dice, so either way, it's way better value for money than any of these packages. And in addition, they're throwing in a 5-star elite hero shard, which could be a really good hero. I think this is a fantastic purchase, especially for people that are newer players, because this could be someone good. Doesn't matter if it isn't, because it'll be food if it isn't. Also, you're getting the dice to help you finish things off. You're getting gems. It's just good value. So I think for a lot of people, if you're just a few dice short of getting the rewards you need, or you just want to pick up a really good value package, this might be something to go for, and you can buy up to 3 of them. It's a nice touch that DH Games have given out something that's low priced and affordable, as opposed to just the $50 packages we see all too often. So I think $5 is a really beautiful price point. Nice job, DH Games. And here we have impsadventure. The main purpose of this whole event is rolling dice and getting rewards. So basically the way it works is you cast your dice, you get a number, you move that far along the board. And as you keep on rolling, you keep on moving, and whenever you pass over one of these starry mushroom huts, you don't have to land on it, you'll get yourself some rewards. Each square you land on will be upgraded. Everything starts at level 1, it goes up to level 2, then finally level 3. When you land on these starry mushroom huts, they give you more resources every time you pass them after that moment. So at level 1, it gives you 3, at level 2, it gives you 4, and at level 3, it gives you 5. So the aim is to upgrade these starry mushroom huts to level 3 as quickly as possible, then move around the board as efficiently as possible to get as many of these stars as you can from the starry mushroom huts. And if you manage to get 80 stars, you'll get your hands on 10 heroic summon scrolls. If you get to 110, it's an elite hero shard. 140 gets you a limited skin selection chest, which now includes the Drake skin. So if you guys want to get a nice skin for your Drake that offers speed, crit damage, and attack, you can do so here. So I'm liking that. In addition, for 170, you get a 6-star selection chest, which is basically going to give you a puppet to help upgrade your heroes. When you get to 200, you get a 5-star hero selection chest, which lets you pick any hero that's come out in the game pre-Inosuke's release. So it's Inosuke, Flora, Tix, Ignis, and everyone before that. I'd much recommend you go for someone that is going to be a first E5 for you if you don't already have a first E5, and if you're not sure, just save it, stockpile a few, and when you finally have 9 copies of a hero, including all your chests, cash them in, build that hero, and you're on for a win. Be sure you have all the food as well to do that, because the worst thing you could possibly do is cash in a chest, get the hero, and then not be able to use that copy because you don't have food, and then get another copy later on when this chest could have actually been somebody else. So don't fall into that trap. Only open chests when you need them. If you get to 230 stars, you'll get a material selection chest too, which gives a lovely amount of resources. It gives you monster parts, promotion stones, gold, spirit, whatever you need, but you can only choose one, so choose wisely, my friends. I'll probably go for gold on the free-to-play account if I get this, because gold is always in short supply. If you're either incredibly lucky or have been spending money, you should be able to get 260 stars, which will get you a light and dark hero selection chest, and this could be any light and dark hero in the game, except for Forkis. Forkis will be added to this chest in future months when he's finally been added to the relics, and that'll probably be in about 2 months' time, so patience, my friends, if you're waiting for Forkis copies. If you're not, you can grab Drake, you can grab Russell, you can grab Carrie, Amon-Ra, Ada. There's a lot of good heroes in here, and it might be worth spending a little bit of money to get to this chest, because it's a great value way to pick up a light and dark hero. And finally, if you get to 300, you'll get a 9-star selection chest, which gets you a 9-star puppet, which can help upgrade your heroes to 10-star, E1, and E2. And if you go over 300, you reset, go back to the beginning, and can do it all over again. Which is nice if you decided to spend lots of money and wanted to just fleece this event for all it's worth and get all the rewards you can. But I know a lot of us don't have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars to spend on this game, so don't feel obliged to do that. It's even a stretch to push yourself to 300, let alone complete this thing all over again. So don't feel pressured to go and complete this event. If you were wondering how you could get more dice, if you click the plus button here, 150 gems will get you 1 more dice, up to a maximum of 30. So if you can, 4,500 gems will get you as many dice as possible. I recommend only getting maybe 20, seeing how close you are to getting additional chests and then waiting. And also, I purchased these at the end of the week because I like to see the kind of progress I'm making before I start throwing my gems at this event. Either way, I do think it's worth spending about 4,000 gems to just see how far you can go. But you probably don't need to buy all the dice unless you get exceptionally lucky and it's just literally coming down to the very last dice, which has happened to me many times here on stream. I'll even link up a video if you want to watch me do some dice. So yeah, it's up there in the top corner of the screen. Another way you can pick up dice is from the shelter mission. What you have to do is cash in 4-star copies of heroes and a 5-star to get your hands on the selected 5-star hero and also some armor as well as 5 dice. So you can pick up this week Shia, Ithaca, Olivia, and Delacium. 4 fantastic heroes. Shia is needed to get a Transcendent Sword Flash. If you wanted to get your hands on Ithaca, which is great for me in the free-to-play account, she's a great hero in PvE. She's useful in Seal Land, so she's a great hero all in all. Olivia, a fantastic support hero, and also Delacium. He synergizes brilliantly with Ithaca in PvE, repeating her dots and then just making you deal a ton of damage. So this is a really, really nice lineup. Obviously, you want to pick them all up anyway to get all the dice, but I find it really great that they've given us a really beautiful selection of heroes. In addition, we have Asmodel and Mim, which is interesting because Mim is being given Void imprints in the future, and also Asmodel could potentially be the new Void hero, so it's nice that they've given these. These are a little more expensive to pick up though. You need 2 5-star copies from the respective light or dark factions, and also 2,000 gems, so it can be a little bit pricey. However, Mim is useful in Interdimensional Arena, in Guild Wars, and other modes where you just want one E5 hero to do very well, because there are Mim cheese teams. Because when heroes on the battlefield die, Mim will deal damage to the remaining enemy heroes. So that's quite nice. You can cause little synergy teams, you can have a bunch of little tiny people to die, maybe if it's even Michelle, so they resurrect and then can die again. So that's kind of how you take advantage of a Mim. It's a little bit of an expensive investment though, because Mim is not one of the most competitive dark heroes at the moment, and I find a lot of people leaning towards building Drake, Forkis, Carrie, even Amon-Ra, and then you find yourself a little stretched thin on dark food, so maybe Mim isn't the best investment for you. But it's still interesting that he's getting Void imprints in the future, and I'm keen to see what that does to him in the meta. And finally this week we have Grey Dwarf's Blessing, an opportunity for you to upgrade your armor and get some class-specific armor to improve your heroes. So if you had a priest, you want the Oracle suit. If you have a ranger, you want the Minstrel suit. If you have a warrior, you want the War Master suit. If you have an assassin, you want the Assassin suit. And finally, the Weaver's suit is what you want for mages such as Sherlock. So go ahead and pick this up. It's a little bit expensive on the gems and the gold, but it's definitely worth it because armor is forever just like artifacts. So once you've done this enough times, you probably won't have to do it again. I know there's a lot of established players who really don't do this anymore because they've just got so much armor, but there are other people out there that will do this and basically make a lot of progress for their heroes. So it's definitely something you want to do. You definitely want to get your first E5 the best armor they can have. And when you get a hero 2 E5, it's good to get them the right set. So just make sure you've got the golden gems for this event in the future if you can't do it now. But also bear in mind, this is around for 2 weeks. It's the only part of this event that's here for 2 weeks. So yeah, you've got 2 weeks to get the gems and gold to do this if that's something you wanted to do. And finally, next week's event is an absolute shocker. Profit Orbs. We only had Profit Orbs 3 weeks ago, and they're doing it again. This is blowing people's minds. People were not ready for this. I was not expecting this. This is a complete mind meld. Look at this. We're getting Horus and Morax as the rewards for Profit Orbs next week, and that's like, oh, alright, okay. Now, Morax isn't a surprise. Horus is pretty cool. He's getting Void Imprints too in the future, so that's very nice, actually. And then the Heroic Miracle is Flora. Okay, thanks, I think. I guess. Maybe I can swap Flora for the new hero when it comes out for Chinese New Year. That'd be nice, actually. So that Flora copy is basically a copy of the Light Hero. That's the way I'm looking at it. But so's the Morax. So, I don't know. It's just one of those things where I'm left scratching my head thinking, this event is so suboptimal. Because Great Orb's Blessing is carrying over. It's just the value packages. And it's Profit Orbs Heroic Miracle. So I can tell you already, next week is going to be a dead event. So put your feet up, relax, go on holiday. Doesn't matter. Next week is just going to be Profit Orbs that aren't very exciting. So, yeah. Bit of a shocker there, really. I was expecting Heroic Summons, but clearly they don't have a new hero for us yet. So maybe we're not getting Heroic Summons. Maybe for a few weeks now. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what's in DH Games' game plan in the future. So that's the event. If you enjoyed this video and want to check out some more of my event reviews in the future, I do these every Friday, so be sure to subscribe to catch these as well. If you haven't already, why not check out my free-to-play series for Idle Heroes, where we're showing you how to make progress as a free-to-play player. In addition, I also stream on twitch.tv/MKxJUMP, so if you want to go check that out, you can find a link in the description to see my stuff live, because that's where all the fun happens. And of course, guys, if you want to check out some more of my content, why not check it out here on the side of the screen, and also let me know in the comments section what you think about Profit Orbs being the event next week, because that's a little bit weird if you ask me. But hey, DH Games, they've got plans clearly, and I'm excited to see what happens in the future. Until next time, guys, have a great week, and happy idling.